Alright, so I'm not sure if I basically put up my video for Res Furtiva yet, or if this will basically be coming like before, but whatever. Artifex Gladii. A kingdom conflagrated by a bloody revolution. A noble rat imprisoned in a deep dungeon and devoid of dignity. One day an opportunity to escape appears and he grasps it. Help him to find his way out and recover himself. So, in this short roguelike, I put the focus on fencing mechanics. Movement is crucial for getting a good position in combat and defeating your opponent. Made for the 70-year-old 2018 challenge, and basically, he's also made other games Quinta, Essentia, and Res Furtiva. But whatever. So, let's jump into it, shall we? Now, I will not probably you can actually play this in your browser if you want to, but we're gonna try and opt to basically play it in our actual game here, because it's got full screen and stuff like that, which is always awesome. Artifex Gladii, a fencing 7-day roguelike made by Paul Suskirsky. I have no idea how to pronounce that name, sorry. Originally created on 2018, so blah blah. So basically there's our subpage about more use of stuff. The kingdom of Plodrisco, inhabited by rat folk and humans, has been struck by revolution. Masses lusting for wealth and power, encouraged by agents of the neighboring empire of Tudan, start to spread conflagration wider and wider. You are a noble rat and one of the victims of the revolution. Your neighbor, a human named Farwis, was suspected of performing anti-revolutionary deeds. You saved his life by hiding him in your house for any agents of the new power, and by taking the blame on yourself. You were arrested and sentenced to long imprisonment. They locked you in a scary prison, 5 floors under the ground. As traditional punishment for traitors, your persecutors had your tail chopped off. Days and months were passing in darkness and oppression. Today, in your daily portion of bread, you found a key. It seems to fit the door to your ward. An opportunity to regain freedom appears. Alright, so press N for normal, H for hard, or E for easy. We'll go for normal here. So, this is basically our little rat hero basically that we're playing with. For those basically play this guy's other games, basically have controls basically you have the numpad basically run around with. W, force walk instead of attack. A, during an attack needs trait. F, basically pushing enemy needs trait. You have items here, so pick up item, select item, use selected items, stuff like that. And there's combat help here. So, the sword icon represents the quality of character's position in combat, the ability to dodge and parry. The gray bar indicates your maximum amount of sword. The sword icon indicates your temporary value. Your swords regrow with time, with rate depending on weapon. Attacking an opponent has a 70% chance of reducing his sword. In order to deal damage to an opponent, you have to first get rid of all his swords. So basically that's this guard ability. Your maximum value of sword depending on your weapon, traits, and other factors. Long weapons have a penalty when entering close combat. When health is less than half, there's a 1 sword penalty, and when there's little space around, there's a 1 sword penalty as well. Tip: remember that your enemies are also affected by these factors. So basically, if you have a long sword rat and you basically jump in and leave him, he's going to lose his sword. All right, so basically you can see how we're basically right here right now. So basically, when up here, you can see we have max modifiers. So you have a base of 1, we have a weapon, so you have +1. We're in a tight area, so we have -1. If I basically in the middle of the room here, we basically have more swords. So this is sort of a clever way to basically make it so if you're actually out in the open, you actually have a better chance of dodging stuff. So we're gonna put on this key for now, and we're gonna pick up this bread for later. So basically over here's some bread. I can use that to heal myself if I need to. Alright, so here's our first enemy. So note this guy's basically got a sword. So basically, if I get close to him, his like ability to like attack me basically goes down. I note that his swords are going to go up if he basically gets a chance to. So. Alright, so he's got injured right there. Alright, so we killed the bastard. And we got ourselves a buddy of instant buddy here. That'll be useful for help if I need to. And here's a falchion. So basically this is like a long range weapon. If I basically use the long range weapon here, we basically now have like, basically reach of like 2 as opposed to like 1. Now I don't think there's anything else on this level, but sometimes you get more than one guys. There's like, this guy here. Note that this guy basically benefits from like, being close range because he's basically got a dagger. So let's just go here. And you know what? I think we'll go with like a dagger for like this like playthrough. So basically the idea of like long swords is that they're very useful for like slashing people basically at like sort of long range. But if you have like a dagger, then you can like just like mop up real close to them, which is useful against like sword users and stuff. So this guy like there's no benefit for this guy, but whatever, he's here. Alright, so I'll note that we basically level up, of course, in this game. So you advance to level 2. So you can choose a new trait. You have short weapons, so +1 maximum short when fighting with short weapons. So basically have more like guard fit. There's basically like a second level for it. There's also long range weapons expert. There's also like fast feet, so makes yourself walk faster. You're tough, basically more health, nimble. Makes you ignore the max penalty when fighting in tight areas. So basically if I'm in a tight area, basically get like more swords as a result of that. Daring blow, basically a special attack that is likely to hit the enemy despite his sword, takes 2 to use. Push. Let's go for nimble, I think. So basically now when I'm in a tight quarter, I always have like 2 swords, so that's nice. And alright, there we go. And let's go up. How do I go up? What's the controls to go up the stairs? Okay, it's the other one. So, boop. Usually you go down, not upstairs, so that sort of threw me off there from the water, that's fine. Alright, so nothing this way. Alright, so we got 2 guys basically to fight this time around. Now, note basically like, in a corner like this, daggers are very useful now because like, I can sort of like, wall hump this guy. And he won't be able to do anything really to me, so that's it for him. And much like this guy's other games, basically, you have like no wait button, I guess, or there's no like 5 basically to wait, unfortunately. So that's a thing. But of course, I can bump in the stair or like walls to do stuff if I want. So there's a knife at my feet. Now, I will note that there's a few things I really don't like about this game, and the fact that there's like, not basically a whole lot more to it than like, just basically what you're seeing right here, but I really do like the idea of like having sort of like a fencing roguelike because, that's unfortunate, I have to basically fight this guy here, I guess, so. Yeah, you can see like where we basically have like, we have like, a guy in front of you, it's not that great, but Alright, so I leveled up there. Note that when we basically level up like this, we basically, we basically get to like, pick more stuff. Or own nimble, so I don't have to worry about that. Let's get this right here. Now note that I got wounded there, so now I'm like, a little bit injured here, but whatever. Let's just back off here a little bit. Again, this guy's affected by stuff, right? So... Oh, I died at level 3, so this guy's a little too powerful for me to fight. Well, let's just try again. Sometimes you have bad luck, by the way, so it happens, so, this is par for the course. And yeah, I'll note that sometimes you have, like, bad spawning like this that'll happen, so... God, why did they give me 3 guys already? Okay, so there's bread at my feet here. Let's just pick that up. And... I guess the sword must be underneath him. Let's try eating some food here. Okay, so I didn't die this time. So there's a knife basically, again, there's like instant buddy. Well, let's just go with a falchion this time around. So I got wounded there, so let's just heal up a little bit more. So yeah, basically if you get wounded, you lose like your ability to fight as well. And that was really unfortunate for like, how to basically spawn here. And this really goes to show, sometimes you'll have like issues like this where like, they spawn like a whole lot of guys on you. And you can see why I like daggers better than like, these guys like to really rush you, so... Okay, we killed him finally. Ah, good. We heal up a little bit there. So yeah, basically this goes to show like, those sort of... Oh god, there's more of them? It goes to show, sometimes you'll have like, really bad spawns, where like, you have to basically deal with like, everything like this. You're dead. That's awesome. Alright, there we go, we lived. So that's awesome. Let's get some more health. So that basically like, gets rid of our penalty. Because why not? More. There's a potion of pure light. Looks like a single star in the night. Blinds enemies for a moment, so useful. Now I wouldn't know if I'm basically like, far enough away. I will like get the free hit these like dagger guys, but it's like, a very small thing in comparison to like, what they basically got here. Alright, so let's take ourselves a dagger, because I like to have daggers for like, the thing about like, swords is that they're useful if you want to like, be able to dance around stuff, but if you have a dagger, then like you can basically just like, give these guys like close quarter like, issues and stuff like that. Alright, so woof woof. Basically that's a dog. There we go. There's a potion of healing. Alright, I don't want to basically use the potion of healing just yet. I don't think I'm not like wounded enough for it, but let's use a potion of instant buddy here. So basically we get a potion of instant buddy, basically get like a friend here, so now I got myself a friend. And it sort of like operates the same as like, the enemies and stuff like that, but now you got like, buddy here to help you with. I wonder if he's got a mace or not, but whatever. Oh, this guy's basically back here, and I'm wounded, so... This guy, I think, probably has the ability to, like, wound you through, like, your guards. That might be a thing. Oh, he killed him. Nice. Good job, buddy. There's a dog. Oh, you killed my buddy! So yeah, note that he can basically attack me from like back there, but whatever. If I basically get up close to him, he basically can't really do stuff, so that's nice. Alright, so, we got some health. Let's get ourselves Short Sword Expert. The prisoner is loose! So let's do that. Basically get ourselves a little bit of, like, you know, free, like, hit some guys. That's pretty cool. Alright, well, let's just keep going here. My faithful little dagger skills are now, like, you know, starting to, like, you know, keep me alive. Yes. Dance! Dance! Got him. Alright, so, let's see here. How do I want to fight this guy? Let's blind this guy. There we go, we managed to take him out this time, so... Note that these guys can also have better weapons. There's basically a saber. That basically has a lot more, like, you know, capacity for, like, you know, murder, but whatever. We'll try and, like, you know, keep our eyes out for, like, you know, daggers as opposed to, like, you know, swords. There we go, we got him. He's a regular falchion, that guy. Now, you haven't seen it yet, but there is actually human fighters you have to fight eventually. And we'll leave that there for now. There we go. There's a human fighter. I don't know why he squeaked there, but whatever. I think originally this guy was planning to have, like, this, like, you know, rats basically fighting each other, which is, like, you know, something. There's a saber that guy was basically carrying, that's fine. There's some bread if I want it. Let's just eat that bread. And there's a potion of healing, so I want to basically keep that around. Just eat that bread up. Alright, well, they're starting to get some different weapons now. This is actually pretty new to me because I don't remember actually having all these weapons, but whatever. I'm not sure how tough this guy's going to be, so let's just use Instant Buddy here. And we kill off that guy. Awesome. Alright, so basic push lets you, like, you know, push things away. I don't really care about that. But let's get extra walking for my dagger abilities. So there's basically a steel shot staff. This is considered what? It's basically a long range weapon. It does max of 8 damage, but it's basically just, like, you know. So we got ourselves a mace. This is not a long range weapon. Alright, it's basically, like, you see, like, each of these weapons have, like, different properties to them. Like, you know, the knife basically has, like, a max damage of 8. Basically has, like, you know, max, like, you know, sword capability of 1. If I have a mace, it basically has a max capability of 2, but, you know, has, like, you know, more damage to it. I don't think the steel shot shaft does more damage than a propulsion, but you know, it basically has the advantage of basically being able to like you know have lots of like you know combat capability on it. All right, let's see here. Let's go this way. I can't remember if you can go back upstairs, so I'm trying to avoid that if possible. Eat that bread. This guy's got a mace on him. So I'll note that I think the guy actually added more weapons to this game, because I don't remember actually being like this many weapons here. It used to be just like knives and like, you know, basically knives and like, you know, swords. That's basically it. There's like no mace or staves or stuff like that. So these are like new weapons I'm basically seeing here. Alright, well. We're going to pick this up. And we're just going to move on. I think he tried to push me there. There we go, we killed you. And we kill off him. There's some instant healing at my feet if I need it, so that's awesome. Alright, so one of these guys has got a different type of dagger on him, but it seems to be giving a whole lot of, like, you know, combat capability. Let's kill off you. Alright, we kill off the next guy. There's more health. So this guy basically had a masterwork knife at your feet. So this basically gave him a whole lot more max, like, you know, kill capability, but you know, basically the mace has more damage to it, but this has more like, you know, oh, this is definitely better. It basically has like you know, less damage, but more like, you know, capability for fighting, which is like useful. Can I heal my buddy, I wonder? It'd be nice if I could, like, you know, go, like, you know, use it on, like, my friend or something like that, but whatever. Oh, they kill off my friend. Another masterwork knife to worry about, but whatever. And you see that they're actually pretty smart, these guys. They won't necessarily, like, you know, stay around to basically fight these humans. They're actually a little bit more smarter, sometimes. Okay, we got him. So there's another masterwork knife. Now, I think how it basically works, these guys won't actually, like, you know, engage you until they actually see you. That's perfect. I got him locked in. Well, I had him locked in. Come on, die already. I keep missing him as a thing, right? So let's heat this up. We're killing off him at least finally. This is where I can basically, like, you know, just run away for a little bit. Get my, like, you know, swords back up here a little bit. Ah, I got him in the back of the corner. Got him. Alright, well, let's see here. Let's take this right now. So there's a potion of instant friend at your feet. That's useful. There's nothing basically in that room except for guys to fight, but whatever. Die. Okay, we got him. Daring Blow. So that's likely a hit regardless of his stuff. Let's get that. Basically, that's like a special move I can basically do if I want. I never actually found Daring Blow to be useful because, like, you know, usually you don't have the swords basically for it, but I might find it more useful now. Come on, die, die, die! There we go, we kill off him. Let's eat the bread. Okay, so this guy's a little bit more threatening because he has like an axe and, you know, he's scary. How we're gonna fight this guy is gonna use potions basically to, like, you know, kill him. So this guy had an axe, by the way. It basically has a very slow recovery rate, but you can see the massive damage it basically does. So you want to mess with that basically if I like could help it. Want to pick this basically up. Now I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to, like, you know, keep fighting if you don't have to, like, you know, keep fighting. So let's just make our way up here, try and find a necessary case basically get out, win the game. Ah, so now we got one of these guys right here with a, you know, falchion. This guy's pushed me a little bit there, but whatever. No, I think it's like the last level, so there, kill him. There's a saber. There's nothing this way, so we'll just go this way. There's some instant healing if I need it. So I got that guy. Let's get this. Kill off him. I got my buddy. See, I was fighting these guys a little bit more difficult because, like, you know, they're a little bit more, like, tougher, these guys. We got him. And again, they're like smart enough to move away to some of these guys to like, you know, get their guard back up. There's the way out. Let's try to find these guys right here. Come on, die already. Here, we got him. One's down. Excellent. This guy's boxed in. Well, I get long expert, I guess, now if I want. We kill off this guy. So yeah, I know these guys basically have like spears and they have like, you know, masterwork spears, so these are like the super long range weapons that they can be using. And then we have this guy here to fight, so again, I'm going to try and blind these guys a little bit, so die, you bastard. I can see like how it's very useful to have like, you know, a light weapon that charges very fast versus like, you know, a slow weapon like that. Alright, so there's one more lovely base to go through, so we're not just out of the woods just yet. I want to basically box this guy in a room so like, you know, he doesn't run away from me, right? So back down, never. So yeah, you basically can't go back down because like, you know, you're trying to basically escape, so you can't go back up. That's why I suspect about this game. Okay, kill off this guy. Perfect, we kill off this one. Barwis. Ha! So you didn't disappoint me. Finally I see you again, my radish friend. As you might have guessed, that was me who sent you the key. I'll be happy to take you away from this scary place, but first we have to deal with the one thing. You saved my life by attributing yourself my deeds against the revolutionists, but this is also me feel like a lousy coward. My honor has been terribly undermined, and I need you to clean it. I challenge you to a duel. No magic, no eating. Just me, you, and steel. Prepare. Alright, so basically he wants to fight us, our friend here. Okay. We got the first injury on us, I guess. So I guess the final battle is basically your friend up, I guess, so okay. You know, let's just try to do a daring strike on this guy, or now let's not do it. You know, daring strike sounds cool, but I mean, having more guards sounds like a more useful thing. Ha! I think you've had enough. That was a good duel. Now, my reputation is clean now. Thank you. Now we should get better go. So I guess he becomes our friend now. So yay, we got ourselves a friend. Where do I go then? To like, leave and win. There's a lot more to this game than I suspected there being now, because like, where do I go? Alright, so congratulations, you're free now. Your story will continue outside of the game. It took you 2,000 turns to finish. You earned 750 experience points and reached level 10. You have honorably finished a duel with a virus and you lost it. You have not found a secret ending to DFuxa normal. So, basically there's like, Artifex Gladii. And basically I play it again if I want to, but I don't, so whatever. Do I want to quit? Yes. So, that's basically a really neat, like, sort of dueling type of game. And, I want to basically show off at least one of these games that I basically found is basically like, sort of like, about fencing and such. There is other ones I basically have seen, but, that was probably the best one I basically saw because, like, it basically had a whole diverse, like, range of, like, modifiers that basically sort of affected, like, you. There are other ones I basically have seen that are, like, basically about dueling, but they use, like, a similar system, but they didn't really have the sort of complexity that this one had, but, whatever. Alright, so, that's basically Artifex Gladii. I hope you guys basically enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the next one.